What's going on, everyone? Thank you for joining me on this reaction journey. Today is X-Men 97 Episode 5. Last time we left off, Jubilee and Roberto were trapped in a video game. They got out, and Storm looked like she was about to get eaten by an owl. So I'm excited to see what we're in for today. Let's go!
Well, I am just as flattered to be sitting with a renowned scientist such as yourself.
He's blushing.
Dr. McCoy.
Blue blushes too, dear.
He's flirting.
Here in Westchester County, founded by
The
the late
OGs.
Professor Charles Xavier.
More hands-on learning, you know, but with big death machines and vampire
You
dinosaurs.
sure you want to say that?
For many of the X-Men, Xavier's school is the
Like
only
a sleeping
home
thing
they've
for
ever
him, I
known.
guess.
Forgotten. Desperate to
Oh
belong.
man,
Today, as the UN formally admits the mutant nation.
that's wild, Genosha.
This is taking forever.
You are the only soul on board for whom gravity would most certainly be an issue.
Looky ahead.
The island was nice.
They be busy doing a bit of renovating since Gambit's last visit.
This has a Caribbean sound to it, like some of a Disney movie. Like a fairy. Watch yourself. And she fell. Wow. Double whammy. Freedom. The thing with the pink blob and skeleton thing. Thanos was right. That's what it sounds like.
Well, would you look at you, girl? A lot of smiles at the mansion when we heard Madeline Pryor scored a top spot.
Luckily, you guys could spare a Jean.
Hush, madame. Two always better than one.
The Master of Magnetism was surprised to receive an invite bearing the United Nations seal.
Oh, they invited
Yeah,
him.
I hear it's called the future.
Magneto, the interim council would love a word with you before tonight's gala.
So where the heck does that leave us?
Tourists. Hey! Nightcrawler!
I'll be a wet bird on a live furball.
Meine Freunde! We shall play tourist as the council speaks with
He's
Magneto.
gonna be a
Join
tour
the
guide.
council to help work with Genosha's various.
We have much to discuss since our gothic adventure amid the Alps. Come!
Nightcrawler.
Without the work of the X-Men.
That's right. Put some respect on their name.
Who? The professor?
Yeah, sure. Always used to say we'd have a place
Yeah,
all
sure.
our own one.
Daddy's charging pretty high.
$10.
Birthing a nation overnight is not without its share of stars.
Ignore him.
Like, why is Magneto suddenly mutant MVP?
Well, I mean, he did save the UN Council. I recognize that costume. Okay, no idea who these are. That's Dazzler. She's wearing the Dark Phoenix.
Your poker face is very poor.
Hey, mind your beeswax, Furball. Didn't go.
You invoke souls, touch in every gaze.
Aw.
Ah, you Americans, so theatrical. Life is violins and close-ups. I blame soap operas.
We don't get no white picket reward. Too busy sinning.
There is no love without sin.
Wow.
But we forgive.
Wow.
I'm here with
Nightcrawler's
Scott
awesome.
Summers, also known as Cyclops.
It's to expect the unexpected. I always kept that in mind as field leader.
Is he?
Can you take him off?
I can't.
Oh.
Sorry. So,
Mr. Sinister? Oh. Jean.
Even reacquainting myself with my psychic powers feels strange.
This busted mug ain't changed in 100 years, and you know
Over
it.
100 years old.
I remember
Insane.
so many
The
things.
two lovebirds still ain't talking.
He's grieving his son,
His son.
although the way he's avoiding me recalls it.
The Phoenix.
Oh, right.
She didn't remember.
You were there. I asked
She didn't
Scott
remember
to
that.
go on a pic.
she seemed nervous when I asked her to go
Oh, it's an
out.
awesome transition.
Like she didn't trust me.
The universe speaking to me, much like Scott
The
used
universe.
to. Through
And then she takes off my ruby glasses, which hold back my powers.
hungered to leave and travel the cosmos right then.
Oh, she
And
she
nothing
misses it.
happened.
They anchored me, focused me.
Best to look up and keep paddling. Keep moving. Because the past'll yank you under if you don't.
Wolverine, why?
And how many sun?
They only ever seen one of you, Red. Just the
Just
one.
the one. Wow. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on now.
You just forgot him for a sec. Enough said. Now go talk to that overgrown Boy Scout.
Okay.
Now, the latest adventure, Parenthood. I saw hospital records for one Nathan Charles Summers, born to Scott and Jean Grey Summers.
Uh-oh.
Chester Memorial. I spoke to a Dr. Bryans there.
complicated.
He said you
Jerk wouldn't deliver my...
Well,
He called my kid a
chill.
freak.
Chill, Cyclops.
Scott, show the world that mutants are just like us. People. Normal.
Yeah,
And
good publicity.
You lie. Why lie?
Because you're normal. We fight, risk our lives for you. Evil mutants, robots, crazy aliens.
Cyclops?
Gave him up because you
Don't-
can't say
stop,
thank you.
stop.
Because I your questions and prove
Cyclops.
that I'm a person.
Cyclops,
I
chill.
lie because God, because it's the only reason you people are still alive.
Whoa. Okay. He needs to take a breather.
Recent
Walk it
events
off.
Have a precedented fashion for our
Sebastian Shaw.
With even the most overlooked of
Banshee.
us finally getting a voice.
Callisto.
We need to be thinking.
We need a handsome jawline that begs trust and respect. A poster child king.
Careful, Miss Frost.
Emma?
Were no others available to weep over semantics.
Ooh.
Moira's a fierce ally to me.
That's Moira.
And we all agreed on a title of Chancellor.
Wish for me to rule Genosha. Huh. Hilarious.
One could argue, and many sadly do.
Are there no others better tempered to stomach the squabble of human diplomacy?
And I may not like it, but if Charles trusts you with his X-Men, he trusts you with this.
Wow, he is moving up.
We were at a bar in sentimental or suicidal. Both earn an early grave. He did that smile of his, that annoying secret smile. We would carry the dream, but never live it.
Wow,
Look,
they were prepared for that.
I may not be Jean Grey, but I know what the professor would say if he was here.
I ought to knock you from here to the North Pole.
What?
You think making me your queen means we're getting back together?
No way.
It is a which allows her to feel anyone's pain. A true leader, an empathetic one.
This is
Is this your
huge.
plan? And then take over?
I don't know.
This was Xavier's design. Oh, the promise we made to one another so long ago. But
You take
That's-
me for a fool.
He said he needs help.
This is all about you and the professor.
loving you makes broken men whole, so that even as you deny us, our heartache is not in vain.
This
We
dialogue.
would be lucky.
This is okay. She's got a choice to
I
make.
can't believe I lost it like that.
Sometimes you just have to let go.
Oh, they're talking now.
There are some things worth holding
She
on
took
to.
Wolverine's advice.
I see him everywhere, in every face on every street, so clearly.
Don't tell me! You can explain!
Oh, they're in the.
If you'll excuse us, Madeline.
No. No.
Anything wrong, Miss Pryor?
No.
Mind drift indeed.
Emma sensed that.
Coward thing, Scott.
Just stop and let me explain.
Explain
Just
what?
stop. Let me
I
explain.
know what I saw.
Is that what you saw?
How long has it been happening?
Checking in after she moved overseas, but we ended
Go.
up...
Go to Genosha. Be with my clone.
Oh, the crew caught that. Oh man.
The one thing I can be certain about right now.
Do you love her?
You better say no.
Love both of you.
Oh my. What is
Whole
wrong?
galaxies beckoned me. It's out a part of me, and you love it? That wasn't
It-
love in there. It's ego, husband.
And you? You don't trust your memories. Do you even love me? Or am I just a lovely memory?
Cyclops. Whoa.
Jean! What is it?
All right, that was. Look at Gambit. Got the swagger.
Hey there.
What's wrong, Shia?
You best sit down.
She made a choice.
Said she knew a fella who could help.
Okay. This
An
is-
associate.
They have to be in the
man
Savage
seemed
Land.
Nice enough. How we'd have our own cities and culture one day.
That's what she was referring to earlier.
He showed me that being a mutant wasn't just about
He-
my power.
He can paint
It
too.
could be something more.
She's blushing. She liked him.
Hid him from my touch. Other things started happening.
How does this work?
And the hurting him.
Okay.
Like raging waters. They're for his demons and mine.
So they were intimate.
When I joined the X-Men, we both did.
You gonna accept his offer?
If Genosha
The card up
was
to be the
anything,
queen.
and if I can play a bigger role and better in the world, well,
You never wanted to make things official. I respected that.
All the expectations. Every time looking at you, seeing all the things. I can't touch you, Remy. Your heart, maybe I can't feel it.
Wow. The dialogue.
But never me.
This is rough.
Deeper than skin, Cher.
Gambit always knows the odds. That it?
Till then, we be friends, mon ami.
Don't be in the friend zone. Don't be in the friend zone. Gambit, never go into the friend zone. Alright, got some nice colors going on.
Not enough drink changed the fact that others be more dashing, Cher.
We need to talk.
Whatever is the matter, Dr. Cooper?
Is it your dress?
Former Pruss right to self-govern will not only be protected, but cherished, as it is with all UN nations.
Cherished.
Many allow their leaders to be terrorists.
If it eases your mind, that govern with him. Rogue.
What did she say?
She floating in a dress. That's a yes. Magneto, you ain't gotta push her like that. And they got sparks. It's like they got sparks flying. Guys, get a room. Get a room. Where's Gambit? He don't need to see this.
What is it?
Whoa.
Are deeper than skin.
She's declining.
Turn it off. The music. Get everybody
Cable.
out.
What's the green ones?
You have to get everyone out. Now. He's coming.
Who's coming? Cable, you survived.
Nathan. Confirmed. It has to be confirmed.
So sorry, Mom.
Confirmed. What was the... Whoa! Okay, Rogue's good. Magneto's good. What? Whoa! Oh man, that was close. Is he... He can't be dead.
You alive? So are you.
Okay, he's alive.
Some vile Godzilla sentinel. You go at it, you end up
Godzilla?
dead. Can't
It's
even
Dazzler.
touch it, man. Right under its belly.
Callisto.
Way to them.
What? They have crab legs? It's manufacturing the Sentinels. Or deploying them. This is insane.
Wondering if we could have saved more.
They... Oh, this is awesome.
Then how about we spice up them rules?
All these Sentinels, this is crazy. Oh, dude. Oh, Gambit. Oh man, this. Hey, she good. Okay, she good. The music is awesome. This is crazy. That's too much power. Oh man.
Magneto.
I think Callisto's dead.
Would never be scared again.
I don't know about that. The head. Ah, Gambit. Gambit is awesome. Who's that? Whoa. Nice save. Who? Oh, Magneto. This sounds like he's powering up. Oh man. The intensity.
No! Trying to protect us, Rogue!
Trying to save her. Both of them. Man, all that too? No way! It had a shield. He had a shield on. Oh, like a sonic boom. Rogue. Oh! Guys.
Gambit, see your bet.
Oh man,
me in my favor.
Man, what you gonna do with that? No, 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 no. Ah. it's a fatal. It's not a fatal wound.
Neutralized.
Oh man. Gambit, jump off. Get out of there.
Remember.
I don't know if.
How many? How many?
I think he took himself and Master Mold out.
Just returning to images you are about to see. Maybe disturbing.
There's no music.
Sugar. You.
Oh man. Alright, that was X-Men 97, episodes 1 through 5. Here's some thoughts. With the Sentinels rising up from the junkyard, it's like it was influenced by a horror movie with the creature rising up from the ground. Design-wise, what I appreciate about Cyclops is his visor. Although it assists with his optic blast, the visor gives a sense of tunnel vision. It's appropriate because he's the one X-Man who's always been super focused on Xavier's dream. Trash said, "You mutants may be the next step in evolution, but you're still animals." Comparing minorities to animals is part of the racism playbook. The use of animal imagery to describe black criminal defendants plays into a long and brutal history of dehumanizing black people. 20th century newspapers compare black men to animals when covering their executions. For example, the defendant next contends references by the prosecutor to the defendant as an animal and to his environment as a jungle were so prejudicial as to warrant a new trial. It's not just America, it's global. In 2017, a museum in China removed an exhibit that juxtaposed photographs of animals with portraits of black Africans, sparking complaints of racism. Even a South African estate agent said some terrible things about black people on social media. It reignited an angry debate about racism in the country. Master Mole's eyes flickered but did not completely turn off, signaling the conflict wasn't over. While Magneto's original costume is iconic, his new one seems to be sending a message that he's turning over a new leaf. His shoulders are exposed, he doesn't have a helmet so telepaths can affect his mind. He's more vulnerable now. Even around his neck, the cape portion looks like a scarf, something you'd expect from a character in an anime or something like Kamen Rider. Mutant Liberation Begins is what Magneto said back in season 1 of X-Men the Animated Series. It's kinda true here with Genosha being recognized by the UN. The Executioner looks like a high-tech plague doctor. Wearing this protective equipment suggests that doctors had grown more concerned about catching the plague directly from their patients rather than from the air itself. However, the Beak Mask costume first appeared much later than the Middle Ages, some 3 centuries after the Black Death first struck in the 1340s. I don't know if the Executioner's design was inspired by plague doctors. It would be appropriate. Doctors try to help patients with the ailments. In the X-Men world, you have people trying to cure or remove the X gene. The Nightmare Room sequence reminds me of Akira, especially with Professor Bear Xavier. It's a trippy sequence. Though he is the son of Cyclops and Madeline Pryor, Cable seems a bit like Frankenstein's monster. What with his mechanical pieces, the techno-organic virus, Mr. Sinister is the equivalent of Frankenstein. Cyclops and Madeline Pryor sent Cable to the future, and really in a way, while trying to save his life, Cyclops more than Madeline looked like he was abandoning Nathan. Regarding children being abandoned, around 23,000 babies in Russia end up in orphanages each year because of child abandonment. Approximately 7% of children in South Africa are abandoned. A report from Brazil revealed that 5,659 children were abandoned by their parents in 2016. In the last decade, the UK has seen a 15% rise in abandoned children. In the US, it's estimated that 17,000 parents abandon their children each year. In Romania, over 9,485 children were abandoned in hospitals over the last 10 years. In Zimbabwe, an estimated 1.6 million children were abandoned due to many reasons, including child abandonment. In Mexico, around 700 babies were abandoned in the streets in 2018. In India, approximately 11 million children are abandoned. Mojo's eyepieces remind me of Alex from A Clockwork Orange, where he was forced to watch some terrible things. A Sentinel reached into Jubilee's room. It seemed like a callback to the animated series, when a Sentinel reached into her room but she wasn't there at the time. A lot of elements in this episode are callbacks to the early 90s arcade game, with Storm being on the horse and her riding into the storm. Beside that being her codename and her power, it seemed like a metaphor for the conflict inside her. Magneto wanted Rogue as his queen, and he said that she was an empathetic leader. While Rogue is a great character, I wondered if that detail was a reference to the voice actress Lenore Zann, who was a politician at one point, formerly a member of the House of Commons of Canada. With Magneto and Rogue touching hands, they had literal sparks, and it seemed like it represented the idea of the romantic spark. Even when they were closing their hands together, it seemed like it was pushing Gambit out of the picture. Earlier in episode 1, we saw Jean's nightmare sequence. There were a bunch of headstones, and Master Mole rose up from the ground. It rose from the ashes, or was resurrected, so to speak. And with Master Mole being surrounded by a lot of headstones, it foreshadowed the many lives it would claim in Genosha. Master Mole reminds me of King Ghidorah, the three-headed monster from the Godzilla series. But Master Mole is also like the Hydra from mythology. Anyone who attempted to behead the Hydra found that as soon as one head was cut off, two more heads would emerge from the fresh wound. Now in real life, there is a Hydra, genus of invertebrate freshwater animals of the class Hydrozoa. Hydras usually reproduce asexually by budding. A new Hydra starts as a bud forming on the side of a Hydra's body. It grows and eventually breaks away as a clone of the original. That came to mind because Master Mole was deploying many Sentinels. The attack on Genosha can bring up a variety of terror attacks in real life. I'm going to bring up two in particular. The first is the time when Philadelphia bombed its own city. On the evening of May 13, 1985, long-standing tensions between MOVE, a black liberation group, and the Philadelphia Police Department erupted horrifically. Everything came to a head in May 1985 when Mayor W. Wilson Goode ordered police to raid the MOVE headquarters. Authorities soon realized that there was little they could do to remove MOVE members from their entrenched position. That night, the city of Philadelphia dropped a satchel bomb, a demolition device typically used in combat, laced with Tovax and C4 explosives on the MOVE organization, who were living in a West Philadelphia row home known to be occupied by men, women, and children. It went up in unextinguished flames. 11 people were killed, including 5 children and the founder of the organization. 61 homes were destroyed, and more than 250 citizens were left homeless. Another incident is Atlanta, 1906. The 4 days of violence that began on September 22 were spurred on by a number of factors. The local press capitalized on Atlanta's growing racial strife with sensationalistic articles. By the end of summer, a series of articles began rolling out. Regarding the allegations, in a couple of cases, the white women said, "No, that's not true, that didn't happen to me." By the evening of September 22, 1906, armed white mobs numbering in the thousands descended upon 5 Points and terrorized any black men, women, and children they encountered on streets or in streetcars. The mob destroyed black-owned businesses and homes and targeted the historically black colleges and universities in the area. After days of violence, the state militia quashed the riot, arresting roughly 250 African Americans. No arrests were reported among the thousands of white Atlantans who had beaten and even killed black residents. A liaison for the Fulton County Remembrance Coalition says many black Atlantans were arrested simply for arming themselves to protect their families and neighborhoods. Well, that's it for X-Men 97, episodes 1 through 5, onward to episode 6. If you enjoyed this reaction, please like, share. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel. Take it easy.